Yes. So in the last class, we spoken about control statements. Control statements are categorized into three types: conditional statements, they are if else, if, if, else. These three are considered, conditional statements. Looping statements, also known as repetition statements, also known as iteration statements. So they are for loop, while, nested. So these are the three loops we use as part of a looping statement. Now comes to lastly special statements. So let us see now about looping statements. Looping statements. Yeah. So here, why we call it as a looping statement? So either for loop or while loop or nested loop. These statements allows to execute body of the instructions repeatedly or looping or iterate as many number of times you want, as many number of times according to given condition. See, let's suppose syntax of for loop. Syntax of for loop is that for I is an iteration operator. Now it's an iteration variable. It can be I or j or it can be anything. So we can write, here iteration variable in operator and here object colon body of the loop. So this is the basically the syntax for the for loop. It will be different from the earlier programming languages like C, C++, and Java. So let's have a look how exactly for loop will work. Yeah. So demo about for loop. Now I have a requirement is that write a welcome message 10 times. See, the basic, the purpose of printing a welcome message 10 times is that one logic is print welcome. So likewise, as many number of times you want, that many number of times we have to write a print statement, which will print the welcome message that many number of times, like that. But the point is that here, I'm telling you, looping statements are the statements which repeats the statement based on the given condition. Yes, sir. So for that reason, I'll be write only one line so that as many number of times you want, that many number of times the statements will be executed. So what I'm doing here, for I is the iteration variable, in operator, range is the built-in function in the Python. If I write 10 times, it will be start from 0. 10 times it will be execute the print statement. It's only one line is required to print 10 times. You see the output? Yeah, this is how 10 times the welcome message will be printed to you. So how exactly it will work, obviously, let me show you this execution part, another tool where this is the cloud computing tool. It's an online tool. Now I'm visualizing how the execution part will be flow goes with checkpoints. Now initially, next, I is having a 0 now. From the range function, initially 0th iteration will be get executed and print will be on the screen. Yeah, welcome once it will be printed. Cursor again went to back. Now I will become 1. Earlier it was 0. Now it will be print second time. Now I will become 2. Again third time it will be print. This is how the cursor will be moved from one line to another line till I will become 9. Now if we become 10, the cursor became disabled. Why? The range function will generate the value from 0 to 9. So 0 to 9 means till 10 times the welcome message will be executed. When the I value becomes 10, it's a time to fail. When the range will be go beyond the limitation, the for will be in operator will be failed. This is the purpose of in operator. In operator was the membership operator we have seen in the previous class. So this is how the for loop will work. And let me show you a little more. Yeah. Example 2. I want write a program to display 100 numbers from 1 to 100. how you are going to display the 100 numbers? For I in operator, range from 1 to 101, because range will be go upper range -1. Therefore, if you give 101, so till 100 it will be executed. See, it will be displayed to you. Now you print I, where end is equal to this, so that it will be display the value from 1 to 100. Now you see, this is the output, 1 to 100. If you don't give 101, till 99 only it will give, because the range function will be generated till n minus 1. 100 minus 1 is 99 will be given to you till 99. This is how for loop will be generates the value from particular range to particular range. Right? Yeah. And for loop also used to read array elements, list of elements. For loop is also used to read or access list elements or string elements. Yeah. Now here list is, there is a list one where it consisting set of student list, something called as Bhavya, Fatima, Pavan, Sai, Rajashekar, yeah, Rudra, Vaishnavi, like that. No, these are the student list. I wanted to read and print onto the screen. Then for loop, I in operator, list one, then you print. Quality thought, student list is, comma, I. So you see the output. Yeah. Bhavya, Fatima, Pavan, Sai, Rajashekar, Rudra, Vaishnavi. This is how. So the student list is going to be. See, if you don't want this complete text, you just give I, so that all the student list will be given to you. Just simply it will give you the student list. Bhavya, Fatima, Pavan, Sai, Rajashekar, Rudra, Vaishnavi. Like that. It will read the list of elements also. Another way, for I in operator, there is a word is called as Omicron. Print I. So that also will display to you. Omicron. Where we want it to be analyzed character by character, or element by element, we used to be go with loop. Each and every character will be read and we are going to be analyzed accordingly. Yes or no? Am I right? Yeah. Now let me give you what is a nested for loop. Nested for loop. Nested means a loop appear in another loop is called nested. What is the situation to we can use the nested for loops? Generally, where we deals with the rows and columns. Yes or no? Because if you want to deal with the rows and columns, one for loop is to track the rows and another for loop is to track the columns. So therefore, it is able to perform the, let's suppose you see the just for one case, in operator range 0 to n. For j in operator range 0 to I plus 1. Here the colon is mandatory. Print star comma just see the output of this particular program, what exactly you are going to do. Here the n is going to be what is the height of the pyramid or maybe a pattern you required, so that accordingly it is going to be produced the output. Now see the output. So here print /r or maybe /n. Now you see the output. Now here you're supposed to understand how this particular pattern is appear. It's a half pyramid. It's a half pyramid. Now, so in order to display this particular pattern, we needed two for loops. It's a inner for loop. This is the outer for loop. This for loop is written to track the rows. This for loop is to track the columns. So if there is no inner for loop, surely we cannot print this particular pattern, because it requires nested for loops. So otherwise we cannot jump from row to column, column to row, isn't it? So how exactly this particular pattern will work? Just let me show you in the Python tutor. You just check once how exactly it will work. Yeah. So now, so here, visualize this. Now, currently n is 5. Currently n is 5 means height of the n is nothing but height of the pattern, like up to what height you want. So up to 5 rows I want to display the pattern, that is going to be taken as a n. So now, according to range function, it will be start from 0th row and it will be go up to n. So now currently I is going to be a 0 because n is 5, right? Now coming to inner for loop. Now j becomes 0. Now what happens here? Ij means 0th row, 0th column. So what is going to be print here? Star is going to be print here on the screen. Now here, if you look at carefully, so cursor went from here to here. still remains the I is 0 only. Yes or no? So now, but J changing now. Now earlier it was 0. Now, obviously what happens here? So earlier 0 plus 1 will be 1. Obviously what happens here? So now up to 1 means 1 minus 1 is 0. So now for loop will be failed here. Now again it will be go up because we have to go for the next row, right? Now if we click next, what happens you see? At this moment this condition failed because the range function will generate from 0 to n minus 1. Now n was I minus 1 is what? 0. 0 to 0 it not work. So therefore it will be go to the R means read operation. It will be go for the next line. Now it will be go up. Now 1 star will be printed. Now again it will be went to the I. Now it will be go to the second row. So now range will become what? I will become 1 now. You see here, if you look at very carefully, here right hand side changes will be displayed to you. Now earlier I was 0, now I became 1. Now J again will become a 0. I hope you understand. J is, this for loop is meant for track the column. This for loop is meant for track the rows. Now we are in the first row and column 0. Now it will be print 1 star. Again it will be go up. Now obviously I is 1, right? So now what happens here? J become 1. J become 1 here. So now obviously another star will be printed as the first column, 0th column, first column. Yes or no? Yeah. So now obviously it will be go, whenever it will be go to the next, whenever J become 2, obviously, I was a 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 2 will be 0. So therefore, range function doesn't cover the upper limit. Therefore, J will be failed here. Yes, go to the next line. Yes, it will be go for the next for loop, outer for loop. So now it will be, now I become 2. I become 2 means second row. J will be start from 0th column. Star, star, star. Again it will be go to I. So for loop, outer for loop. I will become 3 now. So now 4 stars are going to be displayed at this particular moment. Then it will go into the next line. Now I will become 4. Now 5 stars will be displayed to you. Yes or no? Now, obviously, inner for loop will be failed. Out now n became 5. 5 will not be comes under range of 5. So therefore, n minus 1 is 4. So 0 to 4 means 5 rows will be displayed to you. Therefore, it will be time to terminate the for loop because the range doesn't cover 5 because I became now at this moment 5. Yes. Now for loop will be terminated. If outer for loop will be terminated, obviously program, the whole body of the for loop will be now doesn't execute it. Do you have any questions about this nested for loop? I hope you understand how nested for loops will work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wherever you want a rows and column values to, we have to go with the for loop, nested for loop. Otherwise, you cannot track. So appear the loop within another loop is called as a nested for loop. Right? Sometimes we'll go with the 3 for loops when the data will be in a 3-dimensional data, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. There we are going to deal with the 3 for loops. For. Right? So this is that depends on the situation we are going to deal with. Now, Let's go with the next statement is a while statement. See, while is also same as for loop. In fact, wherever we use for loop, we can also use while loop also. Only to reduce number of instructions, we go with for loop, because while loop will be minimum 3 statements need to be written. 3 statements, 3 instructions need to be written. So now the syntax is, I'm writing one program that, write a Python program to perform sum of n numbers. How we are going to write a compulsory iteration variable should be declared here, and what is the number to be to find out the sum of the numbers. So where I am going to take a 10, and the intermediate results to be stored, sum is equal to 0. So now while it exactly syntax like a C++ Java. I'll as long as lesser than or equals to n, then simply I'll be performing the sum is equal to sum plus I, and I is equal to I plus 1. So here, if you look at very carefully, this particular line is compulsory, and this particular line is compulsory, this particular line is compulsory. Otherwise, we minimum 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. Let's suppose the same welcome message, whatever the welcome message we have seen, that you print with a while statement. Let me execute this particular statement. Print sum, which is, I think, 55. Yes, 55 will be the sum of n numbers. Now similarly, welcome message, now I is equal to 1, n is equal to 5, while as long as I is lesser than or equals to n, print welcome message. Now here we have to increment I value. I is equal to I plus 1. Now you see the output. Welcome message will be printed 5 times. So how many lines we require here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously print statement common, it's our requirement. Minimum 4 lines we have to record. Otherwise, if we want to delete this particular n value, at least we can specify here direct value. So now totally 1, 2, 3. One is initialization of a variable, condition specification, and incrementation, so that it will be print welcome message. If you want to specify 10, it will be display you 10 times. Same, whatever the purpose the for loop will do, even while loop is also doing that. Except while loop will take minimum 3 lines to be specify initialization and condition specification and increment or decrement. So if we specify 10 here, I is 10, what we supposed to be specified? So obviously if I is, as long as I is less than or equals to, obviously, we have to be decrement. We can give 20 here rather than addition, we are going to be decrement. So simply there also it will be print the corresponding output accordingly, isn't it? Right? So, whether decrement or increment doesn't matter. But the thing is, we have to be so we have to be specify the values accordingly. So the here increment or decrementation, that depends on the way you write a logic. It doesn't make any difference. But the thing you have to understand is that, so minimum 3 lines are mandatory. Otherwise, the loop cannot be iterated accordingly. So that's a point to be understand over here. So let's go to special statements. No. The statement is, special statements. Special statements are break, continue, pass, and return. Yeah. The purpose of break statement is, it is used to terminate to terminate body of the loop when certain situation occurs. What it will do? When certain situation occurs, it will be terminate the body of the loop. So that's the purpose of the break statement. So how exactly it will do? What situation? So now what I'm taking here, at a bank, there is a mission called as cash dispenser. So it will be count the notes. If any fake note series will encounter, then that machine stop the counting notes. So how it will be detected? So now let's suppose I'm taking one particular series, like list 1 is equal to, there is a series, there is a series 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 88, 99. These are the series. What I'm trying to specify here is that you read each and everything in operator. List 1. If 55, 66 is equal to whatever the element you are listing, whenever the I will become I, whenever you read all the operators, whenever it becomes 55, 66, we are expecting that break statement. Why we are expecting as a break statement? Because the 55, 66 is a fake note series. Whenever it comes, I don't want to count the notes. I just stop the note. Now print I is now. No. 5566 is the fake note series. Hence, remove that note. This message doesn't show you, but just I'm writing, where the break statement will work. You see, now you copy this entire the program and check in the Python tutor. Very nicely will be understand how it will be checking will happen. Now visualize. Now next. Now this is the array. Now obviously, list consisting 0th element, first element, second element, third element, fourth element, like that. It will be allocate the memory to you. Yeah. So now currently I is having 1122. Each 0th element will be read. Now I is having 1122. Now how the comparison will take place? Here I is having 1122. Is 1122 is equal to 5566? No. This is not correct. So condition failed. If the condition failed, if statement does not execute it. If statement doesn't execute it, break will not be executed. Again, it will be go to here and now it will be read this particular element. Again, 3344 is equal to 5566. No. Again, it will go to the up and now it will be read this particular value. Now 5566 is equal to 5566. Yes. Now it will be break the statement. Completely for loop will be failed. This red cursor will come to this particular location. Now you see how the behavior of the flow will be goes during execution of this particular program. Now its comparison is taking place. Is 1122 is equal to 5566 or not? Is that true? No, it fails. Cursor will not go to break statement. Again, it will go to the first statement. You see? Yes, it went to above. Now at this moment, now I is holding 3344. Now you are seeing here. Now currently second element will be read. Now 3344 is equal to 5566. No, it is failed. Again, it will go up. Now, if I click next, 5566 is there in I. It is holding I value. Now is 5566 equal to 5566? Yes, it's a fake note series. Now the cursor will go to the break statement. You see? Yes, break statement. Now the for loop completely terminate. It will be go to the print statement. Yes, print will be printing. 5566 is a fake note series. Hence remove that note. So whenever certain event is occurred, that time only we are going to, we are going to use break statement. Now I am asking you guys to write a program similar program. Write a Python program to detect when Gmail email ID is having underscore operator, break, call the break. Call the break statement. Right? So other than underscore operator, You can use a dot operator. It doesn't throw any error. But if underscore used as part of the email, I'm expecting that error will be thrown. Yeah. So let's go to Gmail. I'll show you. It is there already. It's a real-time problem actually. Gmail. Create account. Second. So now what I'm doing here, I'm trying to create an email ID. Venkat underscore Nayak. You go here. What is the error thrown here? I hope you are able to see my screen. Sorry, only letters small a to z, 0 to 9, period operator dot are allowed. If you use the underscore here, we want to break, means we don't want to allow to create a email ID with underscore. So now here, why it is throwing an error? Because underscore is not allowed. So what we supposed to call? Break statement need to be called over here, isn't it? This is the program. So let's see now here. Yes. So now how the program will be written? Let's suppose Gmail. Venkat underscore Nayak @gmail.com. So here in case Venkat 123 can be called, or here dot can be called, but the problem with the underscore. Now what here for in operator Gmail. Here I'm calling each and every character by character. Now if I is equal to underscore, that time I want a break statement. If underscore does not appear, I don't want to bother about it. Automatically the Gmail ID will be created. Print. Sorry, you have used underscore operator. Kindly use only period operator to create email. This will be called to you. This will be thrown to you. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, you have used underscore operator. Kindly use only period operator to create the mail. Now, this is the same program you copy into Python tutor. How it will be, get executed. Next, it's a string. Now, currently I is having V. Is V is equal to underscore? No, it will be read another character. E, no, N, no, K is equal to underscore? No. Venkat is over. Dot is not equal to underscore? No. 1, 2, 3 is also read. Now it's time to read underscore. Now underscore is equal to underscore. Therefore, break statement will be called. Automatically print statement will be executed. You see? That's it. This is how, you know, break statement will be terminate the loop statement when certain situation occurs. The situation is what? I don't want to allow underscore is my situation. Do you have any doubts about break statement? I hope you understand the purpose where break statement is called. Yes, Bhavya.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Yes. Because the situation is important. Like, how you are going to write in a factory, if the temperature will go beyond 45 degrees at a particular time, which means what? It's an abnormal situation. We have to call break statement. We have to stop all the missionaries automatically so that people will went away from the factory. That's another situation where break statement is going to be called. Nowadays, most of the manufacturing units are running through the automation, not with a human being. So break will be useful in many situations where abnormal situation would happen. Even though if you look at a bench car manufacturing unit, it's completely highly automated, highly, very few people will be involved into. Something goes wrong, we have to stop the whole functionality of the program so that certain consequences will be get stopped, isn't it? So now you see the YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you see, it's a manufacturing unit. See, I hope you have seen this video. Now it's a highly automated program. Each and every task is done by the, certain missionaries, because as they are controlling by the programs. So programs need to be written according to the situations, like what degrees they need to be do, how much go back, and how much distance you need to take, where you need to enter. Everything will be calculated, predefined rules will be allow us to write a program. So in this whole process, suddenly fire will come. Suddenly something might happen, goes wrong. So simply you call the break statement, the whole program will be get stopped so that, think consequences can be reduced. That's the main motivation where, break statement will be called, isn't it? And one more example. Now, if you go to ATM, see normally, if you enter the ATM password twice, whenever you are trying to enter the password third time, the ATM will show you that if you trying to enter third time your PIN number gets wrong, the account will be gets blocked 24 hours. That will be a break statement. If you call the break statement, the program will be reset, and then another person is going to be use that particular ATM. There are many situations where break statements are going to be called, isn't it? So in order to give you in order to stop the program execution whenever certain abnormal situation would occur. Now let me talk about continuous statement. Continuous statement. Yeah, continuous statement. Now here, this statement used to continue execution of body of the instructions even though certain event occurred. See, in the previous case, if whenever underscore appears, we want to break. But at this moment, even underscore occurs, I want to continue the creation of a mail ID. There we are going to use, continue statement. Let's take here. Instead of break, I'm going to call continue. Here, continuous statement. Now here we are going to create print I went. So here I'm going to create print your mail ID successfully created. Now you execute the program. Now you see the output. Even though underscore appears, still mail ID is successfully created, because it's a situation where still we need to be continue the process. Otherwise, things will not be happen. Let's suppose there is a queue. There is a queue at a railway station, at a TTD, Tirupati, near Venkateshwara Swami temple. Queue will be follows, FIFO, first in, first out. But if the CM will come, if the MLA will come, any celebrities will come, they will be pushed them into in the middle of the queue. So even though if the person is violating the rule, still we want to continue the process. If we stop the process, I think it is an unexpected situation, certain situation. Let's suppose another example. Another example. You have made a smart IoT door. What smart IoT door will do? If the person who is known to your family will come, I have made a database such a way that it will compare every time the person who will come in front of the door. The surveillance camera will capture his image or her image. And if it compares with the existing images, if he is belonging to our family, so that the door is going to be open. If the image will be true, then door is locked, door is unlocked, door is unlocked. Else, door remains the locked. Now what happens here is that one Zomato boy will come, one delivery boy will come, one delivery boy will come, that time he is not belonging to our family, but condition fails actually. But still we want to open the door. This is the violation. We have to, even though if you violate the rule, still you want to continue the program execution. That time we are going to call continue statement. I hope this is an appropriate example where continue need to be used, where break is used. So break is always used in opposite place where rule will be violated, still the program need to be executed, then we call with the continue. If something goes wrong, if you want to break the termination of the program, then go with the break statement. Am I clear? I hope you understand the where to apply break and where to apply continue. Can you confirm, Bhavya, Rashaka, Rudra, Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yes, sir.
See, your imaginations are
Yes, sir.
important. So whatever the examples and whatever the real-time examples I know, I am demonstrating to you. But in real-time scenario, you might be come across with the situations. You might be get a confusion that what to apply, whether to apply break or continue. It's up to you to imagine the situation. Then only program can be written. Programs are always highly dynamic. There are no ready-made programs to write all the solutions for all the problems. Problems will be, new, innovative, and problems will be rise based on the time. So we never thought that wireless cars will come, wireless bicycles will come, like something driverless bicycles will come, driverless cars will come, driverless metro will come. We never thought in future also such devices will come more and more. Now current strategies, whatever the signals are there in the road, they will be not sufficient to control the all these vehicles which are roam in the air, just like a drones. Now you have to be think in an innovative manner. The code need to be written in an innovative way. There are no ready-made code is available so far, right? So the next statement I'm going to tell you, what past statement. Past statement. Past statement. So the past statement is used to create empty body of the class, method, loop. Past statement is to create an empty body of the class or method or loop in order to implement in future. There are situations where you might have an idea, but you cannot implement the program at this moment. Let's suppose Sundar Pichai, or maybe, I think Sundar Pichai is the CEO of Microsoft, right? Google. Yeah. He has an idea that we want to develop a gateway payment using an app. There is a class called Smart Pay Tej. The name of the app called as Tej. The Smart Pay Tej is what it will do, what kind of methodology it is to pay the payment. He doesn't have an idea how to implement, but he will be having an idea. It is a one class of a app, mobile app, or maybe a system app, in order to make the payment between consumer to consumer, between business to business, in a much more smarter way. If you want to leave this particular class as an empty, it will be throws an error to you. I have an idea, but at end of the line error will be thrown. EOF, end of the file error will be thrown. In order to avoid this error, simply if you write a pass statement here, it doesn't throw any error to you. It's a part of the code. Pass is nothing but allow us to create an empty body of a class or method or loop that will be implemented in future. But at present, I don't have an idea how to implement it. This is one way where, pass statement will be used as part of your programs. Now, I want to create a method, an empty method. How to create a method in the Python? There is a keyword called as a def. Method name is, method means what? It's a function. Driverless car. Driverless car is the method. How the driverless car made, how driverless car will be running, I don't know how to implement, but I have a one method. Instead of human, I want to develop a car without driver. In future, I'll be develop code how to implement the driverless car. But at present, I don't have an idea. Then I have to be keep as a pass so that it will be allow us to create an empty body of the method. Similarly, there is another loop can also be empty. Loop for I in operator. Omicron. Omicron was the virus. What Omicron will do, I don't know. Pass. If you live as usual, it will be thrown an error to you. You see, it will be thrown an error to you. You have to write at least one line of a code. Otherwise, end of the file error will be given to you. Yes or no? So therefore, pass is the statement where it will be used to create an empty body of the loop, empty body of the definition called as a method, empty body of the class. These are the three situations where we can create, pass statement as part of our program. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. And comes to, there is a last statement is the written statement. Written statement. Yeah. So now let me demonstrate a written statement. Written statement. So basically, this statement is used to return a computed value from one place to another place. See, why I'm telling one place to another place means one place can be a server, another place can be a client. Client program is different, server program is different. So here itself I'll demonstrate to you what exactly it will be doing. Now I'll be taking one example. Now what I'm doing here is that the tool which I'm using is a cloud computing tool. The program, whatever I'm writing, is not executing in my computer. It will be executing in the server. Only output is displaying in my system through the browser. Let's suppose there is a list one where some heights are available: 75, 69, 1.89. These are the heights of the students. Simply, I am calling whose height is minimum from the list. It simply gives you the output. 1.69. How did you get this particular output? It returns the value. It returns the value from client to server. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'll be taking one definition. Now, I'm writing one particular new method where sum between A, B, C, three values I'm going to perform the sum, return A plus B plus C. This program is available in the server, but client is going to call now. What client is going to call? Result is equal to sum of 10, 20, 30. I'm calling and I'll then print sum of given values result. Now you call, the output will be given to you. This is 60. 10 plus 20 plus 30 will become a 60. So how the program will be gets executed here? What is the purpose of the return statement here? See, whenever you call the function by passing a parameters 10, 20, 30, they will be copied into this. Right? So after completion of summation between these three, return statement will return the value from server to the client so that will comes and store into result. That's 60. The result I am just printing over here. So this program will be available at one place. This program will be called at another place. These two are different places. But whenever if you want to return, if you want to send some value as back after computation, then we are going to use the statement is called as return. Yeah, right. So am I clear? Probably this concept is related to the functions concept. Probably Monday I will start the functions concept to you. I hope you will get to understand that where exactly return statement will be used to you. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So till now, if you have any questions, you can ask me so that probably the new concept functions will be start in Monday's class. So please, I hope you know the assignment questions also. I have shown you assignment questions. Please go through the assignment questions and try to understand them and try to resolve them. If you understand all these questions, you will be get to understand assignment questions also.